Hello, back again for some more Premier League matches, more midweek matches as we continue this midweek weekend game series there. Seems at this stage, so we're on to match day number 22, so we only got 17 games left to go for each of these clubs. Let's go over the results that happened last time around and see how we got on. So Newcastle, they defeated Everton 2-0. Callum Wilson scored a couple of goals in the second half there. There's quite a few surprising results in the midst this time. Crystal Palace 1-0 victors against Wolves. Eze scored the match winner there. Manchester City 1-0 winners against Sheffield United. Just Gabriel Jesus was the only goal of the game. Westbrom and Fulham, two struggling sides. It seems like they are doomed this season, just like Sheffield, unfortunately. Need a win, but a draw it was. So Bartley and Pereira for Westbrom, and we had Reid and Carvalho scoring for Fulham. Next up, Arsenal and Manchester United was a 0-0 stalemate. Aston Villa came through and defeated Southampton 1-0. And the goal scorer on that occasion was Ross Barkley. We had my team at Chelsea, 2-0 winners against Burnley, Azpilicueta and Alonso. So different goal scorers. It's nice to see. It was such a dominating performance. So let's keep that momentum going. Let's get back-to-back wins for the first time in such a long time. Next game was Leeds. They defeated Leicester City 3-1. Dallas, Bamford and Harrison. For Leicester City, that was Harvey Barnes getting the opening goal of the game before falling to defeat. Liverpool 3-1 winners against West Ham. Mo Salah scored 2 goals for Wijnaldum, and then for West Ham just a consolation goal from Dawson. And finally, we had Brighton. They defeated Tottenham 1-0, with Trossard getting the match winner there in the 17th minute. So that is nice to see. So how do we get on with our predictions? For myself, I got the likes of Manchester City, the draw between West Brom and Fulham, Aston Villa win correct, Chelsea win correct. For the football side, it was the case of Manchester City, the Manchester United Arsenal game to be a draw, Aston Villa to win, and Brighton to win their match as well. So there we are, on to match day number 22 there. Starting off with Sheffield United taking on West Brom, so big match. Towards the bottom of the table there, 19th and 20th spots. They're good 9 and 13 points away from safety after, Brighton and Newcastle able to win their games there. Burnley's been doing well towards the bottom of the table, so they need to get victories themselves because Fulham, West Brom and Sheffield United all have only won 2 games this season, and that is going to prove telling, it has to be said. So Sheffield United taking on West Brom. We've got $1.83 for Sheffield, $3.30 for the draw, and $4.20 for West Brom. Sheffield United 2 victories in the past 5 games, meanwhile for West Brom a victory and a draw. I'm going to go Sheffield United here to make it interesting, and it will be only a point behind West Brom, which will be nice to see. Going to go 1-0 winners for Sheffield United compared to a 2-2 draw prediction according to the Football Simulator. Wolves against Arsenal, $3.50 for Wolves, $3.25 for the draw, and $2.10 for Arsenal. Wolves come into this in 14th. Only a couple of draws in the past 5 games. It hasn't been a good season at all for these standards. The big loss of Roy Jimenez is going to prove telling, it seems, because usually they'll be pushing for like a European position, but they are good 10 points off those targets. 9 points clear of safety, so probably just going to be a lower mid-table finish for them. Meanwhile for Arsenal, they're up to 10th. Picking up 3 victories, 2 draws past 5 games. They're one of the informed sides in the league. And yeah, just a few more points, and all of a sudden the European dream is back on for the Gunners. Going to go with Arsenal here to get the victory on the road with a 2-1 result compared to a 2-2 draw. Next up we got Manchester United taking on Southampton. $1.45 for Man United, $4.50 for the draw, and $6 for the Saints. So Man United, they still somehow heading on to seconds, as other teams around them have been slipping up, just like themselves. So 2 wins, 2 draws, past 5 games. They lost that match against Sheffield United and then just recently drew against Arsenal. Could be a few more games before they get back into the winning run of form. Meanwhile for Southampton, they're in 11th. Just a victory and a draw past 5 games. They lost their past 3 matches back to back here. But I have a feeling they're going to pull it off here against Manchester United on the road with a 1-0 result, compared to an entertaining 4-3 win for Man United to get them back in the title race once again. Newcastle against Crystal Palace, $2.75 for Newcastle, $3.20 for the draw, and $2.50 for Palace. Newcastle are in 15th, managing to win their last game finally, as they defeated Everton after being on a long-term losing streak. Meanwhile for Crystal Palace, they are in 13th. 2 victories and a draw past 5 games, also managing to win their last game they played. Gonna go for a 1-1 draw here, compared to a 1-0 win for Newcastle. Burnley taking on Manchester City, $13 for Burnley, $6.50 for the draw, and $1.17 for Man City. Burnley, they come into this in 16th. 2 victories past 5 games there. Meanwhile for Manchester City, they just keep winning game after game after game after game after game. They're top of the table, winning at least their past 5, but I believe they 12, 13 wins in all competitions there, the longest winning streak like that for since 2007, I believe, but someone can quote me on that statistic there. So it's got to come to an end at some stage, and difficult Burnley at home, 13-1 long shots. I'm going to back them just because of the odds system we have in place here to pull off a result, and that will keep the league title alive once again there. Going to go with a 2-1 win for Burnley, compared to a 1-1 draw. Next up we got Fulham taking on Leicester. $3.25 for Fulham, $3.30 for the draw, and $1.91 for Leicester. Fulham, they come into this in 18th. Winless in the past 5 games. They like to get a draw out of their games, so they got 3 draws in the past 5. Meanwhile for Leicester, they're in 4th, with 3 victories and a draw in their past 5 matches. Both me and the Football Simulator is going to go for a 3-1 victory for Leicester City. Next up is Leeds taking on Everton. Leeds are in 12th, 3 wins in the past 5 matches. Meanwhile with Everton in 8th, 2 wins and a draw in their past 5 games there. Going to go with Everton to bounce back and a goal scoring thriller, a 3-2 victory, compared to a 2-0 win for Leeds. Next game is Aston Villa taking on West Ham, 2 overperforming teams this season. So we got $2.10 for Aston Villa, $3.30 for the draw, and $3.25 for West Ham. Aston Villa currently in 9th position. They've got a couple of games in hand over the West. They've got 2 wins in the past 5 matches. Meanwhile for West Ham in 5th, managing to get 4 victories in the past 5, just slipping up against good old mighty Liverpool last time around. Going to go with a 1-1 draw in this game here, compared to a 2-0 victory for Aston Villa. Next game is Liverpool, as they take on Brighton. $1.30 for Liverpool, $5 for the draw, and $8 for Brighton. Liverpool in 3rd, 2 wins and a draw past 5 games. Hasn't been the flash, but they're back to winning ways. Winning 2 difficult matches, that has to be said, against Tottenham and West Ham previously. Meanwhile for Brighton, they're in 17th. Pretty good form for themselves, 2 wins and 2 draws in the past 5 games. But I've got to back Liverpool here. They're pretty good at time there, basically win most of the time. A few draws, and of course that eventual defeat against Burnley just recently there. Going to go with Liverpool, 2-0 winners. Football Simulator is going to go with a shocker, a 3-2 win for Brighton. And last up is the game of the round. It is the London Derby. It is Tottenham taking on Chelsea, my team. $3.40 for Tottenham, $3.25 for the draw, $2.10 for Chelsea. So Tottenham are in 6th. They got 2 wins and a draw in the past 5 matches. Meanwhile for Chelsea in 7th, 2 wins and a draw in the past 5 games there. Difference being though, Tottenham lost their past 2 matches, while Chelsea win and a draw in the past couple of games, and managing to keep 2 clean sheets with our new manager in charge there, Thomas Tuchel. So, keep that manager momentum going there. Let's get our first back-to-back victories in over 10 games. And going to go for a 2-0 win for Chelsea. And the Football Simulator sees the other way around there to keep Jose Mourinho's managerial career alive once more with a 2-0 win for Tottenham. So that concludes my Premier League predictions. Feel free to get involved with your own thoughts, predictions down in the comment section below. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, thumbs up and subscribe.